Welcome back to another episode of After the License, the podcast where we help real estate agents build their business. I'm your host, Jeff Buettner. Today, we're going to talk about search engine optimization. Is it a viable marketing strategy or lead generation strategy for real estate agents? Before we get started, as always, if you're watching on YouTube, you can catch these episodes basically anywhere you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check us out on those platforms. And if you're listening to the podcast, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel because we do YouTube specific trainings and videos, and we don't want you to miss out on those. So, search engine optimization. What is it, and is it a viable marketing lead generation strategy in 2021? Okay, so search engine optimization, if you've never heard of it, search engines dominate a big part of our life. Google is a search engine. That's really the biggest one. There are others, Bing, Yahoo. Well, folks, all of us, we go to these search engines to find things that are important to us, to find where we're going to eat dinner, to find where we're going to buy shoes, to look up information about whales, all of that fun stuff. So search engines are a big part of our lives. And for a really long time, search engine optimization was something that was talked about in terms of marketing and lead gen in the real estate space. And it's not talked about as much anymore, right? And so what that looks like, what does search engine optimization look like for your real estate business? If you wanted to focus on search engine optimization, you would build out a website and build it out in such a way so that the search engines rank it in their search results, that when someone types in homes for sale in Phoenix, your name pops up, or homes for sale in whatever your city and town is. And the benefits of search engine optimization is it's cheaper in some cases, and it's more permanent and long-term in some cases than, let's say, Google advertising. So if you can dominate the search engines, you can generate a lot of leads consistently and sometimes cheaper than if you were to pay for AdWords or Google Ads. Now the question becomes, is this actually a viable strategy in 2021? I know a lot of people, myself included, who were focused on this back in 2008, 2009, 2010, basically 2013, 14, 15, when this was a fantastic way to generate leads. In 2021, it is much more difficult. That being said, it can be and is a viable strategy if you're willing to put the work in, if you're willing to spend some money. It's not as cheap as it was before, and if you're willing to be consistent with it over time. It's not going to be an immediate thing. Now, if you question, Jeff, I'm not really sure if this is a viable strategy. If I Google things in my city, in my town, Zillow pops up. Some of these other big real estate portals pop up, realtor.com, Redfin. How do I compete with those? The secret to SEO, in my opinion, in 2021 are long tail keywords. It's not going to be super easy to dominate the terms search for homes in Scottsdale or search for homes in Phoenix. But what you might be able to dominate are those longer keywords. Homes for sale in Scottsdale with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a pool. Is Zillow focused on that? Is Redfin focused on that? Probably not, right? And you probably can come up with some more niche terms that make sense for your community, your area. Again, you can focus on smaller areas, zip codes, communities, all that fun stuff. So in my opinion, SEO is a viable strategy, but it's not easy, it's not simple, and it's not quick. So make sure if you're going to focus on that, you have a long-term mindset associated with it. You do a ton of research on what building an SEO friendly site looks like, and you're willing to put in the time to educate yourself on what it looks like moving forward. The other difficult part about SEO is it truly is a moving target. What works today isn't always going to work in 6 months and isn't always going to work in a year. Now, tomorrow's episode, we are going to talk about some key factors that Google looks at in ranking sites, so that if you're interested in this, you can kind of get a taster of what it's going to look like. It's no longer just creating good content, and it's no longer just keyword stuffing. Again, that's really what it was in 2008 to 2012, 2013. But Google has evolved because it wants better search results for better searches. So we're going to talk about some more of that tomorrow, but just know that search engine optimization is available. It's an option for you. If you're tech savvy, you like building websites, might be something you look at, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick, and it's not necessarily going to be cheap either. But it is possible, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Hopefully this was helpful. If you enjoyed this content, hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time.